Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of my Better You Health series. There's a lot to talk about today, and I'm sure you guys are interested to know about what the title is about. So please do bear with me, this video is gonna go a bunch of different places. But before we get started, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help a lot. The majority of you guys watching aren't subscribed to the channel yet, so that can mean that there's a lot of you guys that come back, watch my stuff, but haven't subscribed yet, or there's a lot of new people out there. Hi, how you doing? So if you haven't yet, or if you're new to the channel, I hope you can consider subscribing. It really does help a lot. Please and thank you. Let me first start off with, no, I did not get the coronavirus. Oddly enough, I had all of the symptoms that you could get with the coronavirus, and I am fully vaccinated. So I personally don't know if the vaccine had anything to do with my test coming out negative, because I did get tested 4 times to be exact. The first 2 times came out inconclusive because we think that it was either too early or whatever bacteria that I did have was messing up the test. So I opted to wait 5 more days, got retested, and that test came out negative. During the span of those 5 days, I started to develop different symptoms that are similar to the coronavirus. I first started off with chills and a fever. Then when the fever and the chills subsided, it was then followed up with cough and sore throat. The cough wasn't really a chesty cough. It was more of a cough that was in the back of my throat, the really annoying itchy kind. And then when the sore throat started to subside, maybe 3 or 4 days later, I then lost my sense of smell, which was very surprising to me because I never lost my sense of taste. So on the 10th day, I got retested one last time just to be sure that it wasn't the coronavirus, and that test came out negative. So I don't know if it had something to do with the vaccines or because I was being medicated already in between the time I was being tested. What we think happened was it was just a very bad bacterial infection that gave me flu-like symptoms. I also want to note that my smell isn't 100% gone. If something was like right here, like let's say I have perfume or alcohol and I spray it right here, I'll be able to smell it like maybe 50%. But if I spray it in the air and it's around me, I can't smell it at all. So that was just a really interesting thing that happened, and which also explains why my videos were a week or 2 late, because I was pretty much bedridden for a good week or so. So yeah, that happened. Going back a little bit, before I got sick, I wanted to make an update video for you guys on my progress so far. I did mention in a previous video that I was a lot more time restricted. I only have 2 months left in my diet phase, or more particularly in the deadline for the summer shredding challenge. And actually the week before I got sick, I just got back here doing YouTube and my diet phase, and it was actually going really well. So for the first week of September, I restarted my diet phase after taking the whole month of August off. The new things that I added for my diet phase was, number 1, I reduced my calories, reducing my 6 serving sizes of carbohydrates into 4. My protein still stayed the same and my fats still stayed the same. I decided to lower my carbohydrates because I noticed that when I do snack and when I do binge eat, majority of it is in carbohydrates. So giving myself a smaller allowance for carbohydrates kind of mentally limits me, especially when I'm binge eating, reduces my chances of going over my calories because I do have a smaller amount of carbohydrate allowances. And as an added boost, I started to add 2 cardio sessions, one 20-minute cardio session in the middle of my week, and then one 40-minute cardio session at the end of my week. These cardio sessions were a big help in adding a larger calorie deficit that gave me enough of a push to start losing weight in that first week. So for that first week, as you can see here in my record, I did start off a little bit heavier, between 198 to 196, but because of that added calorie deficit plus the added cardio in that week, I did finally end up hitting a lower weight range for the first time in this diet phase, between 195 and 194. But once again, like I mentioned, I did get sick, and this did affect my body in a very big way. Looking at this record right here, you can see that from 194, my lowest weight within those 2 weeks of being sick reached about 187. So at one point I was almost 10 pounds down. Personally, if you ask me, I'm not really happy about that weight loss because it is very unhealthy. Again, it wasn't something that I wanted. It was because I was sick. I was in a higher state of metabolic catabolism, or basically my body was trying its best to fight off the virus. And because I was inactive and I wasn't eating at all, I really did try my best to eat as much as I possibly could, because I knew how important nutrition was in the healing process and the immune system response. But it was very, very hard to eat, which of course is probably why I did end up losing more or less 10 pounds. I don't know if you can notice through the video, other than the fact because I got a haircut and whatnot, but I do feel a lot leaner. I kind of believe that a lot of the weight loss I had was muscle mass. It's hard for the body to keep muscle on, or my metabolic rate was a lot higher because I was sick, plus the fact I wasn't eating. I feel like my body ended up choosing to kind of get rid of the muscle mass to help the healing process, which kind of sucks because I was very, very happy with where my body was before I got sick. Even though I was losing weight, I felt a lot fuller, I felt a lot bigger, and I also felt like if I leaned down a bit, I wouldn't look as scrawny or thin as I feel now. But it is what it is. I didn't want to get sick. I feel like this is one of the most challenging diet phases that I've ever had because there were a lot of factors in life being thrown at me. I'm really trying my best to get the best possible outcome out of it, and luckily enough right now I'm documenting it not only for me but also for you guys. So I guess I should share from a nutrition standpoint what you should do when you are sick. Doesn't have to be the coronavirus, just sick in general. Is number one, keep your nutrition up. It's very important. During the time I was sick, I still made sure that I was upping my vitamin C, my vitamin D, multivitamins, making sure that I got enough vitamins and nutrients to make antibodies, to help my immune system to fight off whatever I was fighting off, with of course the prescription of a doctor. Make sure you ask a professional first before doing anything with your body, especially when you're sick. I highly recommend doing small frequent meals versus having your 3 regular meals a day. On some days what I would do is I would force feed myself half my first meal, and then 2-3 hours later try to force feed myself the other half of the meal, just to make sure that my body is getting the vitamins and minerals and macronutrients that I need to get better. As for exercise throughout that 2 weeks, even though I did lose weight, I didn't exercise at all. I was pretty much in bed. It's better to rest and make sure you recover 100% before going back to the gym, and even after you're 100%. Right now I would say I'm about 95%, and only today after 2 weeks was my first day back at the gym, and it was a deload. It was nowhere near 60 to 65%. Forget about exercising for now, forget about weightlifting or whatnot. Not only are you saving other people from getting whatever disease or sickness you have, you're also saving your body from getting damaged even further or getting sick even further. So it was a very hard 2 weeks. Even just to film, not only was my voice gone from coughing and the sore throat, but just my energy in general was non-existent. You guys will see in my Pokemon card video after this one that my energy was so low. Like, I'm even contemplating if I want to post that video, because I just basically opened the Pokemon cards to try and make myself feel better. But at the same time, even when I was getting good pulls, my energy and enthusiasm was just nowhere to be found. So to end the video, what are my steps now, especially that I'm nearing the end of my diet phase? Number one, for this first week back after being sick, I am only doing a deload. I'm at most doing 50% of my lifts or 50% effort altogether, just to get my body back in the flow, to get my body re-educated in the lifts and the weight, because I know for sure that I did lose strength along with that muscle mass that I lost. I'm trying to taper back down to my diet phase, because even though I'm almost 100%, I don't want to jump right into my diet phase again full force where I have the risk of getting sick again. I'm not doing my extra cardio, but I am going to stick to my calories of 1,800 calories and my allowances of 6 protein, 4 carbohydrates, and 5 fat, just so that I know that I'm not overeating or giving myself the excuse to overeat, but still at the same time getting all the nutrients that I need to recover. I am a lot better though, for sure. My appetite is back, my weight is kind of regulating back to where it should be at 190-ish. I'm not gonna rush into things, of course. I gotta walk first before I start running again. So of course you guys will be updated on my progress during the rest of this Better You Health series. No homework for today, I guess, because it was an update video. Do check on yourself. Make sure you're not pushing yourself too hard. If you're sick, take a break. Make sure you're healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, so that you're making sure that you're taking the right steps to be a better you. Alright, that is it for this video, guys. Leave a comment down below. I love conversing with you guys there. Follow me on Instagram at Albie Peralta. I'm a bit more personal there. I post stories almost every day, and I post when they have a new video coming out here on my YouTube channel. So that's one way to get notified, other than of course subscribing. Guys, it really does help a lot. Leave a like on this video if you like it. That's what the like button's for. And check out my other videos on this channel. I got more episodes of my Better You Health series. I got Pokemon card unboxing videos, sneaker reviews, travel vlogs, personal vlogs, gaming videos, anything and everything in between will be on my channel. And that is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye, guys. That's